What's up, folks? If you hear that scary Halloween music in the dead of night, on the graveyard shift, in the wee hours, you know it can only mean one thing. This is Michael with your daily trivia question. Yet, once again, to get your day started and a brand new week. Weekend is over. Went by just like that, as it always does when you're working like me. Flies by. Time flies when you're having so-called fun. But anyhow, I digress. The answer to the previous trivia question. Let's get on with it, folks. The answer to the previous trivia question was ER, the show. ER. The show was called ER, and the episode, which was the focus of the trivia question, was called Ambush. And it kicked off the fourth of what would be an incredible run of 15 long seasons on TV, folks. By the fourth season, ER was very popular. And that is common with a very popular show. Usually when you get to either the third or the fourth or the fifth season, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of build-up to the show. And this was the case with this opening episode, which, upon the recommendation of Anthony Edwards and George Clooney, two of the primary stars of the show, would be filmed live as it happened. The episode, this was not a first time this had happened, but it was very unique, and it was a very interesting thing to do at the time, right? So the episode was shot at Warner Brothers Studio Burbank and used 11 cameras, 5 of which were handheld. Now, this handheld type of a technique was very popular with other TV shows at the time. It hadn't been used on ER a whole lot. So it was kind of a new concept for this show. The basic plot of this live program was kind of a safety net of sorts. Okay, so camera crews enter the ER to film a documentary about a typical day at Cook County Hospital, and things go crazy from there. So what was built into it was a film crew actually running around doing a documentary, right? And this was the live performance. So this worked its way into the series very well, in particular this show, when the occasional camera equipment or a mic boom, if you will, would make their special little cameo appearances. They were both part of the documentary crew and the actual live performance. So when nobody could tell the difference, right? You get it. So it was written, choreographed very well as it happened. Remember, this is live TV, folks. The performers could also acknowledge the camera's presence without ruining the mood or the plot, which they also did during the course of the show. They could kind of naturally build their characters and the plot around the fact that there was a bunch of cameras running around. The team of actors, I thought this was pretty cool. A team of actors were on standby, ready to improvise a scene in the event of any technical difficulties. This contingency did not have to be used, however. And I think they really pulled it off. If you go back and you look at this episode, you could see some mistakes. You could see how raw it is. You could really tell it's kind of performed live, okay? But it was, like I said, I think they pulled it off really well. YouTube has a kind of a neat thing where they put the East Coast and the West Coast live performances side by side with each other, just to see how perfection played into the whole thing when they acted both scenes out, but both live performances out. A bunch of geek factoids about this episode and about the show in general. The NBC episode was watched by 42.71 million viewers. Again, there was a lot of hype, a lot of build up to it, making it the most watched season premiere of a drama series in television history, as you can imagine. Again, the opening for season 4 of ER. There were actually 2 versions of the live performance filmed, like I was mentioning earlier, one for the East Coast and one for the West Coast. And YouTube, like I said, you could see that side by side kind of version on YouTube. It's kind of neat to watch if you're a geek like me. It also placed it among the top 3 most watched dramas of all time. Overall, the episode received a ton of criticism. In actuality, not for its live performance and the fact that they pulled it off, but mostly for its lack of substance to the plot. And that's true criticism. That's kind of accurate, if you will. If you go back and look, it's just all kind of garbled together, different stories kind of garbled together, which was kind of ER's thing anyways, but they really layered it on for this episode, probably because of the fact that it was being shot live. ER overall, during their 15 seasons, check this out, won 23 Primetime Emmy Awards, Were nominated too many times to count, well over 100 times for Emmys. 116 awards in total, including a Peabody. It was a great show. It really was. With shows like this, by the 10th season and thereafter, kind of starts to lose its thing, if you will. ER managed to pull off some stuff as like still being the flavor of the month well into the 10th through the 15th season, but they lost a lot of their actors, a lot of their primary actors. And by the 15th season, John Stamos was the primary character from Full House. Wow. Okay, so as of 2014, in reruns, syndications, overall sales, ER has grossed over $3 billion. That's with a B, folks, in television revenue. You can view it anywhere, quite frankly. You just have to scroll through your 500 channels and nothing to watch, and you'll eventually land on ER at some channel. It's in reruns. It's in syndication. You can also get it on Amazon, which I'm seriously considering doing. I was researching it before I came on. And I think the complete series, the lowest I found was, I think, $120. Not bad for 15 series of a good show, folks. Not too shabby. Maybe a future Christmas present for myself. I don't know. ER ran from September 19th in 1994 to April 2nd, 2009, with a total of 331 episodes. And again, it's available anywhere. If you've never seen ER, and I do know some people who haven't, you should check it out. It was a great show. A lot of action, a lot of drama. A lot of people sleep. Eventually, everybody sleeps with each other. It's the same old show like that. By the fourth or fifth season, they ran out of things to work on in the ER, so they all start sleeping with each other and stuff like that. So, but it's a good show nonetheless. Check it out. All right, folks. New week, new opportunities. Off and run and put both feet on the ground. Here we go for September 26th. This is an easy question, folks. Come on. This is too easy. We're going to start off easy. We're going to get more difficult, I promise you. I have a little bit more challenging questions, but let's start off the week nice and easy. Easy like Monday. Not like Sunday, but like Monday. Here we go. On this day in 1960, the presidential campaign between Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy produces the first in a series of these, which debuted in Chicago on TV for the first time ever. And Richard Nixon did not do very well. Have a good Monday, folks. See you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for all you do.